So I just want to give you a little update on my new book. This is the one that's currently out at the moment, Encounters on the Edge of the Etheric. And it's really to do with chapter 21, which is a dialogue with a clan of wraiths, because I never thought such things existed, but apparently they do. Anyway, in this book, there's a part where I talk about finding the door of my grandmother's cottage kept opening, and I thought at first it was a very haunted cottage. But when I tried to communicate with who it wasn't like a previous incumbent. It wasn't someone who'd lived there as such. It was more to do with someone very old, more like a force I was dealing with. And let's see. So, anyway, so let's just see. So that's my granny, and she helped raise me, and she was a medium herself, and that was the cottage there. So very nice up on the mountain there, and the door would open quite a lot. So got a shot here. It became boring after a while. So if we can see where my finger is, the door's open there. So there's a couch down here. This is taken from the garret. So there's a couch down here, and I was sitting there playing the guitar, and the door would open, and after a while, I'd just start to take the mickey a little bit, saying, "Come on now, Seamus, there, hang your coat up and close that door after you." And so out the door, you can actually see the Atlantic Ocean. It's a really nice view. So I left it open. I just thought, well, maybe the spirits are just saying, look at this wonderful view. But I didn't pick up on my grandmother, or my mum and dad had just passed away. So it was where my dad was raised. So I never picked up on them. I thought it's not them. So anyway, I was wondering who it was. And cutting a long story short, turned out to be what we might call the Fae folk. And at one point, this is my car door was open, even though it was locked. Went down, and it was like that poltergeist film, get out sort of thing. So when the door would open, sometimes at night, and I've written about it in here, that you would see cyclists go past the house because they have these little LED lights on the bikes. And I just thought, it's a bit late at night, around midnight, and they'd cycle past. And you could hear some chunner and some kind of voices or something. And I just thought it was unusual, really, to be cycling around that late at night. Because really, it's an early morning island, It's not really a lazy evening sort of island. It's a place where people get up when the sun comes up, sort of thing. And then when I had my encounter with the clan there, at first I thought it was a cyclist coming down the lane, because it comes sweeping down. And I said hello there, and then I realised quite quickly I was dealing with a phantom kind of just hovering there, and the light swaying side to side. They don't carry a lantern, as legend says, they just have a light. They look like Christmas trees, like sparks of light on them. Very strange setup. And it was very difficult that's the best I could make it out, looking through the hedge, And I wanted so much to get onto the road to have a face-to-face with this entity. But what I'm thinking now, though, after having gone up to Aberfoyle in Scotland, and there's a video called on my WFPCO channel, which is on this channel. It's in the playlist. There's a seance with Robert Kirk. If you have a look at that, you'll see a light come down. And I think that's what I saw. And I'm wondering now, on those few occasions, if they were indeed cyclists or were they fae folk. Because when I had the initial encounter, they came along that road, and it's interesting that they stick to the road. You know, they when really they can go anywhere they want. So there must be something in the road, an ancient ley line or an ancient right of way or something. But they follow the road, and so basically that's what this video is. I just want to change that bit. In the new book, I think I discuss a little bit more um, the idea that what I thought was cyclists passing the house. So they would open the door and then they come past. And I found that very interesting. So I don't think they were cyclists. It doesn't make sense at that hour. All right, so until next time, folks. And listen, if you found this channel, if you found this video, I just want to say, well done, because I'm on a massive shadow ban. No one finds my stuff. In the past, I used to have tens and tens of thousands. If you look at some of my earlier videos, YouTube's deleted quite a few. One of them had like 100,000 plays. I've got some that I've got, 70, 80,000. The Nakamadi one's got about 23,000 plays, but I don't get those anymore. I'm on a massive shadow ban. So if you found this video, fantastic. And if you want to stay in touch with what's happening, then give me a sub, and then you'll get a notification. So I've got 3 YouTube channels, and this is how bad the shadow ban is. They've actually unsubbed me from my other channels, and I've had to resubscribe. So I must be saying something they don't like. All right, friends, until next time, and thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it.